Okay, something big has happened recently. Apple has had the biggest price hike in tech industry, period. And because of that, everyone's go-to, like most beloved recommended tablet, the iPad 11 Gen now cost 50,000 rupees. 50,000 rupees bola na? Sure. That is a almost 15,000 rupees price hike. But people want tablets, like the demand for tablets is going high. So what should budget tablet buyers do? Absorb the price hike like the e-fuel and suffer. For legal reason, this is a joke. एक दिन इन्हीं jokes से वजह से channel बन. The answer for the tablet is this. The new Moto Pad 70 Pro, and the best part is the price. It's available for 32,999 with offers. It sounds too good to be true, right? And if you're looking to buy a tablet, should you get this or the iPad? We'll answer all of the questions. I'm really excited. Someone is knocking on the door. Pratik TechWiser, let's tab in go. Seriously, Shafiq, that's the best you can come up with. So the tab comes in this big white box. Inside the box, obviously, you get the tablet, a 68-watt fast charger, a Type-C to Type-C cable, some paperwork, and oh, okay, a stylus in the box. That's nice. And there's also a SIM ejector tool. But wait, what do I see here? A micro SD card slot. Now this micro SD card inclusion is definitely a good move from the brands. If you would have noticed, storage prices are at an all-time high. So if you cannot afford to get the higher storage variant, you just put in your already existing micro SD card and voila. Temporarily, you have a lot of storage. By the way, it supports up to 2 TB of micro SD card storage. Now, before I tell you who is this tablet actually for, well, there are 4 key areas where this is better than the iPad. And number 1 has to be the display. Now, the Pad 70 Pro comes with a large 13-inch IPS LCD display with up to 144Hz refresh rate. This is the largest screen size tablet currently in this price range. And this 144Hz, it's not restricted to selected games. This is system-wide. Like you open any app or even the app drawer settings, everything stays at 144Hz. So whether you're scrolling through social media, browsing the web, or just navigating the UI, everything feels much smoother. Like if I scroll the same website side by side with the iPad, the Pad 70 Pro will feel much smoother in real life. And the reason for that is the iPad is still stuck at 60Hz refresh rate. And it's not just in scrolling, even in content watching experience, the Pad 70 Pro in real life provides a better experience. Like if I watch a movie on Netflix, I can just pinch and zoom on the Moto Edge 70 Pro, whereas on the iPad, you cannot. Along with this, the colors also look better on the Pad 70 Pro. In this dark scene, if you see, the colors look much better on the Pad 70 Pro. Now, one small thing to notice, both the iPad and the Pad 70 Pro doesn't support HDR on Netflix. However, the display on the Pad 70 Pro is Dolby Vision and HDR supported. So you will find HDR support on YouTube, or even if you play an offline HDR video, it will play much better on the Pad 70 Pro, whereas the display on the iPad doesn't support HDR. And now what elevates the content watching experience are the speakers. The Pad 70 Pro comes with quad speakers, which are tuned by JBL. Just have a listen to this. Now listen to the iPad speakers. The Pad 70 Pro definitely gets louder and there's a lot more bass in the audio, whereas the iPad sounds cleaner, which is good for dialogues or movie watching, but not for music. Second is battery and charging. The iPad comes with a 7698 mAh battery, whereas the Pad 70 Pro comes with a big 10,200 mAh battery. And if you see, it's also bigger in size, so more space to accommodate the battery. Now the battery life is actually good on the Pad 70 Pro. In my usage of watching movies, gaming and scrolling through social media, it comfortably lasted me more than a day on a single charge. And speaking of charging, the Pad 70 Pro supports 45-watt charging. The same is the case with the iPad, similar charging speeds. Also, another thing to note here is the Pad 70 Pro has a USB-C 3.2 Gen 1 port here, and the difference you will notice is while transferring files, because the transfer speeds are much faster than the iPad's USB 2.0 port. And also you can use this port to connect an external monitor and the data will transfer through the USB-C port only. So overall the battery life here is good, the charging is fast enough, and the USB 3.2 port is like a nice cherry on the cake. Now, the third thing here is performance. This comes with the Snapdragon 8s Gen 4 paired with faster RAM and UFS 4.0 storage. But a small thing to note here is, if you go for the 128GB variant, you will get UFS 3.1 storage. UFS 4 starts from 256GB. Now in AnTuTu, the Pad 70 Pro performs really good. But here is the thing, you cannot compare AnTuTu scores between Android and iOS. They themselves say that. So we'll prefer something platform neutral like Geekbench. If you see the scores, the Pad 70 Pro scores higher in multi-core. That means the Pad 70 Pro can do multitasking or gaming better than the iPad. And in real life, that's exactly the case. In my usage, like I had a PDF open on one side and a video script in Google Docs on the other side. Plus YouTube was also playing in a floating window. Now for 2 to 5 minutes, any processor can handle this. But I had this open for like an hour or two and this handled it pretty easily. And I've seen this thing, whenever I'm using a big screen device, I can't stop myself from playing games. BGMI hit different on a bigger screen. So in BGMI, the Pad 70 Pro supports 90 FPS. The gameplay is pretty smooth, there was no overheating as such. However, BGMI on iPad is only playable at 60 FPS, which totally makes sense because 60Hz screen, 60 FPS, made for each other. On the back, there is a 13 megapixel camera, and in tablets, usually you use this camera for scanning documents or taking photos of receipts. What's mostly used is the front camera, and if you look at the front camera quality side by side on the iPad 11 Gen and Pad 70 Pro, the video quality looks pretty sharp on the Pad 70 Pro. Now, the front camera quality is a lot useful if you take a lot of video calls. So these were the 4 areas specifically where the Pad 70 Pro has an upper hand. Now, before we tell you, you should get the Pad 70 Pro, let's quickly look at the remaining aspects. The Pad 70 Pro comes in an all-metal build, so the in-hand feel is pretty good, and you also get a matte finish. The only thing is, it is a fingerprint magnet, so you'll have to wipe it every now and then if you notice this quite a lot. The corners are also nicely rounded, even the edges have a slight curve to them. Now all these things are done so the tab feels comfortable in hand for longer hours. Now here's the interesting part, even with an all-metal body and a massive battery inside, it weighs just around 590 grams and it is also like 6.2 mm thick. So carrying it in a bag or using it for long hours in your hand, watching movies, it doesn't feel that bulky. And before we get to the conclusion, quickly let's look at the software on the Pad 70 Pro. It comes with ZUI based on Android 16, and the UI is actually clean. Like, there are no third-party apps or random app stores or spam notification. And when it comes to multitasking, you get the option called desk mode. It basically gives you a desktop-like experience where you can open multiple apps in a window, resize them, minimize them. In fact, I opened around 12 apps together, and surprisingly, first of all, you can open 12 apps. Not many tablets let you do that, and it handled all of them really well. So if you plan to use this tablet for a bit of work, this feature comes in really handy. Then there's the stylus. The stylus connects over Bluetooth and can be magnetically attached to the top or the back of the tablet. Now obviously you can use it for note-taking, annotating PDFs, and to quickly save that part as a screenshot, but it also gets a handy remote control gesture, so you can like play or pause music, control YouTube, click pictures. But the best part is you can use it to show a presentation remotely to the other person. And then, like other Motorola devices, there's also Smart Connect here, which lets you create an ecosystem with this tablet. So basically you can connect your phone, mirror its screen on the tablet, or transfer files wirelessly very quickly. And what's even better here is Smart Connect works with other Windows laptops. You can transfer files, mirror the screen of your laptop on the tablet, and since Windows laptop webcams usually aren't that great, you can even use the tablet's webcam to take video calls on your laptop. Now, while all of this is good, there's one small issue that I noticed. In this Entertainment Space app, even after trying multiple times, I couldn't sign in on my unit. So this could be something that is just on my unit or a pre-production bug. Hopefully Motorola fixes this and it is not present on retail units, but I had to put it out there. Now for software updates, Motorola is promising 2 + 4 years of software updates. So that was all about the Moto Pad 70 Pro. The sale starts from 4th July on Flipkart. The price starts at 36,999, but with the ICICI Bank offer, the effective price comes down to 32,999. Along with this, there's also 2-in-1 keyboard that you can buy separately. It has a dedicated AI smart key, and at that price, this tablet seems like a good deal. Now to answer the biggest question, should you get the Pad 70 Pro or the price hiked iPad? So if you're a creative professional who's at intermediate level in illustration and vector art, the Procreate app is good. It's on iPad and you make money out of this profession, or if you're already into the Apple ecosystem, then only get the iPad. See, it costs 50,000 rupees plus you'll have to pay 10-11,000 extra for the pencil. So factor in those costs. But for most people, if you just want tablet for content watching or for browsing and document-based work stuff, little bit of productivity, I think the bigger screen with a bigger battery and better multitasking, and majorly the price difference of about 20,000 rupees, the Pad 70 Pro is the tablet most of the people should go with. So let us know if you want us to make a video on best tablet from 20,000 all the way to 60,000, or just a best iPad to get. We can do that. 10,000 likes will do it. On that note, this is signing off. See you in the next video. Pew pew pew.